All right, I
And we're
see.
now live. Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Chinwe Ohanale. I am a co-founder of Ezibota and a team member of the Ezi Exchange. We are here today to do a very, very cool interactive piece for you. And I'm here with a special guest who is going to introduce himself now.
I'm Isaiah Johnson, creator of A Collected Gentleman, and my brand specializes in fashion and photography, where I hope to inspire, people to, develop their own style and their own passion.
The purpose of this video series is to accompany the Ezi Exchange, which is a space that Ezibota is creating for young African and diasporan entrepreneurs to share their creativity, as well as how their cultural identity influences that creativity. And so to accompany that space, we felt that there's a lot of information out there about how to become a small business owner, how to make deals, how to enter the business world. But we feel there's no place that people from our community can come and get that information from other people who have gone through the same journey. So the purpose of the blog and this interview series is to share that information, to pass on the knowledge that developed businesses and brands have acquired to those who are starting out. And this particular video series is entitled A Collected Development, and the purpose is to shadow the business progression of Isaiah Johnson, aka A Collected Gentleman, and really talk about the obstacles, challenges, and triumphs that he has faced in growing his brand. So today is all about getting to know the man behind the brand, where he got started, where he got his inspiration, all the kinds of things I'm sure you all are interested in and would love to hear about. So we're going to dive right into it. So this is really personal for me because I actually came across Isaiah on Tumblr. And I was on Tumblr actively for 3 years, and I remember seeing his pictures. And for those who don't know, Isaiah runs a really incredible fashion blog where, he styles a lot of really cool outfits, but his outfits are totally relatable. So I'm just going to let Isaiah kind of talk about where A Collected Gentleman began, how it became a business and brand. Like, where do you come up with an idea to start styling outfits and posting them online? Like, where does that kind of thing start from?
Well, it started actually my junior year of college. Actually, I was really trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. I was undecided major, and I don't know. I was just going through the internet one day, and I stumbled upon two bloggers called Street Etiquette,
Mm-hmm.
and it really opened my eyes to a different side of how a black male can dress. It was different from just the urban Jordans, baggy jeans type of style. So, that really intrigued me and it really inspired me. And I wanted to create something that would give people the same feeling that they gave me when I stumbled upon their blog. So that's where the vision came from. And the name A Collected Gentleman actually came from a TV show called America's Best Dance Group or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They were called Eclectic Gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was pretty cool. And at the time, I was deep into poetry, into drawing and stuff as well. So I thought of, hey, maybe A Collected Gentleman would be pretty cool because it's a collection of all my, ambitions and talents and stuff like that. So, I started that. I tried a few blogs, like, blog platforms like WordPress and Blogger, and I stumbled upon Tumblr, and it was free, so can't beat that. So I started that, and the rest is really history. The thing that I really wanted to do with my blog is make it relatable, because, like I said, I was a college student, a broke college student who couldn't afford a lot of clothes and a lot of stuff that I wanted. So you know, I was like, hey, why don't I try this thrifting? And, you know, there was a consignment store right around the corner from my school that I went to just to really start it. And I found my first blazer. I still remember, I wish I still had the blazers, but I found 2 blazers for $10 and they fit perfectly. And that pretty much was like, hey, this is really it. So, yeah, that's pretty much how it started.
That's amazing. I remember when I was looking at your pictures how clean and professional they looked, and it was really cool because you see a lot of high fashion images out there for men and women, but when you go into the store to try those things on, they don't fit the same way that they fit on the model. But I feel like your outfits were so relatable that I could imagine someone walking down the street in them. They weren't impractical. They weren't, ridiculous. Like sometimes you'll see somebody wearing something, you're like, there's no way you're going anywhere in that outfit. You just took that picture in that outfit, posted it up, and then changed for the rest of the day. But your stuff is not only relatable, but it's super practical. And even the posing, it just seems really natural. How did you get a feel for, how to take the pictures in a way that, I don't know, just seems really natural? Because sometimes that's also hard. I mean, just taking regular pictures with your friends can be super awkward. I can only imagine how it is to take pictures, styled fashion pictures that express kind of how practical and easy and natural it is to be in those outfits.
Yeah. Well, I wanna first touch back on just the style and progression, because I started a blog March, and I was pretty much going towards the summer, school was over with and stuff, and I had a lot of time to really practice in front of my family, my girlfriend, so they would I was telling them about it and stuff like that, and back to the picture part, I actually started on the webcam because I couldn't afford a camera. This was before, school let out and stuff like that. But fast forward to that year, that next school year, it was really, well, not even that, the summer, because even though I consider my style a mixture of everything, I really made the transition from street style, like urban style, to preppy. So it was a lot of blazers and bow ties and loafers and stuff. So during that time, during that summer, it was tough for me because a lot of my friends really didn't understand, my style and stuff like that. And even when I got back to school, it was tough to really make that adjustment because for some reason and I don't know why, if a guy is clean cut and cares about himself and stuff like that, he's considered, gay or something like that, which is sad in the society. But it was a tough progression. But it's funny that after that little time, that a lot of my friends and a lot of my peers, they really actually enjoyed my style and they admired it. And they really asked me like for style tips and stuff like that after they realized that he's doing this for real, But I just wanted to touch base on that, that it wasn't just a smooth selling, I had my ups and downs, and it's tough.
But before we move on, actually, that's a really interesting point, that changing your style wasn't just about the clothes on your back. Like, it also impacted your interaction with people around you. What kind of changes were happening inside after changing the way you looked outside? Because, I mean, to deal with some of that, initially, people asking like, hey, what's up? Like, what's with these blazers and like these funny shoes you're wearing? Like, what's up? What is happening inside to kind of keep you on that path to be like, no, I care about the way I look and I want to keep, doing this, and I think it looks great. What's that transformation inside like?
The transformation inside was tough. Like I said, it was real tough at first, but honestly, you guys, like, my readers and stuff really kept it going, because I felt like it's weird that the internet world understood more than the world around me. And you know, like starting the blog was just a test. So when I did the web, when I first did the outfits, I put myself out there to see, hey, let me get this feedback. Let me see what people are going to say. And the positive feedback really is what helped me keep going. And this is mentality. I mean, it's deeper than a blazer or a bow tie, or whatever you like to wear. I mean, the feeling and confidence that you get from having a great outfit on or just looking nice is priceless, and that sort of overshadow all the stuff tough the tough stuff that I would deal with. Because honestly, sometimes, like, even when I was walking in class and stuff, I would try to avoid certain people or avoid groups because I just felt like, I was just being judged too much for what I wore. But after a while, it built more confidence within myself, and like I said, people just started to accept it and embrace it more. But yeah, I think when you find who you are, whether it's the way you dress or the way you think, I think if you embrace it and you love who you are, I mean, the confidence is just gonna reign through, and that's pretty much what happened with me. I mean, it was tough, but and I still deal with that. I still, even to this day, I still deal with that sometimes, wearing certain stuff, wondering what. I mean, I could go to the barbershop and people will see that I have my pants rolled up and it look like I won't have any socks on. I mean, I still get crazy looks, and I still think about, hey, I wonder what they think of this, what they're thinking. But I mean, that just comes with it, People fear what they don't understand,
And is it different because you are black, wearing what some people would say is like more white or like not urban clothing? Is that part of the I guess conflict or the confusion? It's like you're not wearing the costume of our community, so like, what's up?
I think the culture in your environment, and I want to go back on to people. I think that it has a lot to do with just the that people think that, I don't know how I want to say this. It's sort of like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to say it because it's weird that people. It's more of a I guess you would say a homosexual thing in a sense.
Masculinity versus feminine.
Yeah, I think that's what it really plays on, because you see a lot of within the black community.
Mm-hmm.
You're known guys in general are known for wearing more baggier jeans,
right,
sneakers, and that type of stuff. But when you see somebody who may wear a fitted shirt, fitted button down, or a slim fit or slim fit jeans and stuff like that, you're just gonna think, hey, he may be gay or something like that, which is sad. But I think those are the two things that you deal with when you deal with seeing a black person dressed in a different way.
But it's interesting you're saying that that's specific to the black community, because I'm sure that if a black person saw like a white person in the same outfit as you, they may not think they're gay. They may think that they're like a hipster, right? Yeah. Like,
yeah. I mean, honestly, I mean, y'all have y'all nail salon, y'all hair salons where y'all have y'all gossip. You think about a guy coming into a barbershop with a blazer on, with some slim jeans and some, rolled up pants. I mean, and you're in most of the demographic of people who are cutting hair are older. They have an older mentality and stuff like that. I mean, even you just think about it, just picture that, and it's sad because if you see a white guy, you're not gonna get that same idea, because white, you have rock stars who wear skinny jeans and that type of stuff, which is sad. And it's weird because even back in the day, if you look at like Michael Jackson, you look at even NWA, they had skinny jeans. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's all about your mentality and, being a product of your environment and just seeing one thing, and when something else comes, you just really don't know how to react to it. So, But
so in a way, I mean, you're not just taking pictures and kind of showing people your style. You're also kind of being revolutionary in within the Black culture, because you're giving, you know, young men who are growing up a different option, because not everyone wants to wear Jordans and baggy pants and, you know, oversized t-shirts. Some people would rather look like you or somewhere in between. And so maybe, as you know, in addition to creating this awesome brand, you're also kind of giving younger kids an alternative,
yeah,
so that they don't feel bad if, you know, when they go to the store, they'd rather get a button up than a t-shirt.
yeah, and I don't want to say that. I don't want to just make it like, oh, you have to just be preppy. You have to wear a button now, because I mean, you see on my blog, I like to switch it up. You know, there's nothing wrong with wearing sneakers or anything. I just think that you should just look nice and, you know, try to, you know, say put this image on of just pretty much just showcase who you are and don't be afraid to, you know, to do it, you know. But I just don't want to make it seem like, you know, Jordans and, you know, all that stuff is bad to wear, because
There's a time and place for everything. Yeah, I totally get that. But I also think it's cool that, you know, it's about self-expression too, because I think that for a while, you know, being in the Black community, and even, I mean, even in the African community, it's about looking a particular way. And if you don't look that way, then it's like you're not part of the community. So it's nice to see, you know, someone saying, yeah, I appreciate all that, but I kind of want to try something different. So I know for me, looking from the outside, that was something really cool, that you were willing to kind of push the envelope on, you know, what a guy, what a Black guy can wear and look good in, and kind of bounce in between different styles, but still look good in them. So cool.
it's all about being true to yourself.
Right.
That's all. No matter, you know, no matter what, you really can't let people dictate who you are. You have one life, you know. If you like if you like to wear blazers, wear them. If you like to wear Jordans, wear them. Just make sure that, you know, you're, you know, staying true to yourself.
Right.
That's all. That's all I wanted to portray with my blog is self-expression. If my outfit or my quotes that I put on there or my random thoughts that I post, you know, can help somebody get through the day or help them pick out an outfit, then I'm doing my job. So
nice.
Yeah.
So, again, it's funny because I've watched you kind of progress, and photography is definitely taking kind of a bigger part of your eclectic gentleman journey. I mean, it's not just about the you know, the fashion anymore. It's also about like the staging and the pictures and the overall artistic, you know, experience. So when did or how did photography really become a piece of the puzzle for you?
Well, it became a piece of the puzzle when I actually needed a camera to take my pictures. So, you know, like I said, when I first started, I was doing the webcam, using my school's webcam to take my pictures. And that summer, I went to the pawn shop and bought me a little Kodak point and shoot, and I thought I was the ish with that.
Nice.
So yeah, I started that way. And actually, I was doing. My brother was taking my younger brother was taking my picture at the time, and we did this. I put together this white and black outfit called F segregation. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
We did that one, and that following school year, the local museum was holding a contest for college students to self-exhibit, and my professors was like, "Hey, you know, you should submit something. You know, you never know." So I submitted that picture, and it got accepted, and it was on the exhibit, and that pretty much opened my eyes to, hey, like, you know, this photography is something that I should really, you know, pursue more. So that's pretty much how it was birthed through a collected gentleman, honestly. If I probably would have never even picked up a camera if I wouldn't have started my blog, I never even thought of photography until I started to collect the gentleman. So that pretty much, I owe that, you know, it pretty much birthed my passion for photography.
And have you learned all your skills kind of on the go, or did you take classes, or?
Well, a lot of the stuff was more self-taught, but my professor, he hold on one second. Sorry about that. The phone ringing. Hopefully we can edit that one out. So basically, my professor, he was a graphic design professor. He pretty much taught me everything. He actually taught a photography class, and I took that class and I learned. So he pretty much helped me out with everything. I asked him so many questions. He helped me out with picking out my camera and everything. So I owe him a lot as far as, you know, my development in photography.
And it's good.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Okay. Do you want to wait until?
Oh no! It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. So it's great that you had a professor who was really instrumental in kind of your development. Were there any people who were not as supportive, who kind of, you know, pushed back on your idea of making a living out of being a creative, you know, person, or using your art or anything like that? And how did you deal with that?
Well, I think honestly, when it comes to art, you're always gonna get them crazy looks. Oh, you're a photographer, or you're a painter. How are you gonna make money?
Right.
And I remember my senior year, I had to run around and get my dean's signature and all this other stuff. And she straight up told me, like, "Oh, you're doing photography. How are you gonna make money off of that? Like, how are you gonna make a living?" And that sort of threw me off a little bit. And it sort of made me like, man, I hope I don't know. It just makes you question. When you hear stuff, negativity will make you question a lot of stuff, you know? Especially if it's from family members or, you know, friends that you care about and stuff. So, yeah. Tell people you're a photographer. You tell people you're an artist. You're going to get questions. Oh, you're a blog. You know, some people don't understand it.
Right.
People, you know, blogging it. So it's something that you sort of have to learn to say, is sort of have it typed up and programmed in your mind so you can automatically say it. It's like with me, when I became a vegan, it's like, you know, people ask you, how do you get protein, or what do you eat, or do you just eat burgers? It's like you gotta do your research and be able to attack, you know, once they say it. So the art stuff, you know, when people ask me, you know, how are you gonna make money, or what are you doing, or what is blogging, I just say, you know, it's a passion of mine, and I just show them my work, tell them what I've done in it, and I guess as you tell them more and more, they start to understand it. So, you know, not everybody's gonna understand at first, you know, but you tell them, either they accept it or they don't, you know. You just go on with your life.
So this is the first time I'm hearing that you're vegan, and this is a slight, you know, like sidestep, but it is also about the man behind the blog, and the brand. How did you make that decision? I mean, people eat meat.
So basically, this is like the 1 year anniversary of being vegan.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I started last May because 2013 I graduated college, and that whole year was just hectic. Being a senior, you know, previous to that, I was working out, I was doing sports and stuff, but around that time, let myself go. So fast forward to 2 years, I gained the extra 60 pounds.
Oh, I know that struggle.
Yeah, and I was like, man, one day I just woke up and I was like, yo, I got to start working out. I got to start eating better. So I started doing a little research on, you know, being vegan and stuff like that. And I slowly progressed. Bro, take Come outside. Come outside. I'm sorry. So many distractions. So many. So basically, I went from just eating meat, taking a day off. Like Monday, I would not eat meat. So I slowly progressed, and I started to really enjoy it. I mean, it has its challenges when you're going out with people. A lot of restaurants are more vegan friendly, but you go to a wedding, you go to bar mitzvah or something like nine times out of ten, everybody eating meat. So you may have to just eat something before you get there, or just eat a little salad. So it has its challenges, but it helped me with my progression of losing weight. And, I really enjoy it. So yeah, that's a little thing that you guys now know about me.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Maybe we'll have to hit you up for some recipes, like a collected recipe or something like that. Cause
yeah, doing that is helped me cook. Like I never really was a good cook, but now I'm a good cook. I can make stuffed peppers. A lot of stuff. So. So it's helped me become a better cook too.
That's good. Definitely talented more than just in fashion,
Actually, I want to plug in something real quick. I want to start recipes on my blog, so that's something that I want to do. I think that would be cool, even though it's going to be more for vegan. I guess you could just substitute the tofu for chicken and just use your imagination. So, but I do want to do recipes and stuff.
That is really cool. I'm definitely going to look forward to it. I have never tried anything vegan, except for a cookie I think I bought on accident and realized.
You ever had tofu? Like at the sushi or anything?
No.
Never?
I don't think so. Yeah.
That's right. That's the biggest. That's the only thing, really. I mean, honestly, it's all vegetables. I'm sure you eat vegetables. Tofu, soy milk, coconut milk. I mean, it's really not that much difference. You just substitute the meat. So that's pretty much it, really. So
okay.
I got some tofu spots or somewhere. I'm sure where you live in LA, they have a lot of vegan stuff out there.
That's true. So California is a very health food friendly place. So I'm sure if I looked, I could find it. But I haven't been looking. So that's really what it is. But let me not sidetrack too much. We can definitely talk about that later when those recipes come up, because I may have to try them. But I want to ask you, you kind of touched on some of the things that were a little challenging, some of the things that kind of made you shift focus. But what were the signs that you were on the right track? A lot of people who are creatives, they're just kind of going along, doing what you think you can do, but at some point there has to be a sign, okay, this is the right path. I'm doing the right stuff.
I would say you guys, the readers, the feedback you guys gave me, brands reaching out to work with me, and just the passion I have for it, just I don't know, that showed me that this is really it. Because I have my ups and downs, and I still have my ups and downs to this day. I know you guys see me posting ASOS and H&M. It's always two sides to the coin. Everybody's gonna have their share of ups and downs, but just the feedback, the comments, and the brands reaching out to work with me, and just having the love and passion to do is what's really kept me going. And it's something that I really would love to go full time and do forever, and the photography as well. If I could just mix those two things together and just do it like that, I'll be the happiest person in the world. So, yeah.
That's awesome. What would you say is the biggest change that you've experienced since you started A Collected Gentleman?
The biggest change, I guess, just my mind state, my mentality. Just seeing the growth, seeing how far I've come. So I would say my mentality is really different. Like I have a real understanding of what artists go through. The ups and downs, and the tears, the smiles, the laughs. So just the progression is really what it is. Really, that's showing me that this is it.
And if there was one piece of advice you wish you could have gotten when you were starting out, what would it have been?
Honestly, I would have told myself to start earlier. I started in 2011. My freshman year of college was 2008.
Mm-hmm.
I would have started there. I would have started earlier. Because a lot of the bloggers who are still doing their thing today started earlier, so they're more of the top tier. Because not to say that everything comes oversaturated, but you have a lot. I mean, fast forward to 2015, Instagram, all this stuff. You have a lot of stuff that happens so quickly. There's so many bloggers, so many photographers, but it's like your natural hair. Like I'm sure there's a lot of products that come out every day, but you always stick to that one product that you found from the start that's been working. So that's I would have probably started a little earlier if I could give myself advice. If I was packing up my stuff in 2008 was right now, I would be like, tell myself, look, start a collective gentleman. I would write something and put it in like a time machine and have them open it up. So yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, sometimes it's scary because when you have the idea, you're like, nah, I don't know if that'll work, or let me sit on it for a little bit. But sometimes it's just really getting up and just doing it and just starting when you have the idea and just seeing where it goes that can make the difference between like starting out, like you said, with those people who started out, or waiting a little bit and seeing how everybody else does it and then starting. But I would still say you're still on the front cusp of it, because I can't think of many other. There's the twin brothers in South Africa who do something similar. Rendon, I'm not even gonna try because I don't know their names.
Art comes first. You know those guys, those two guys, right?
Art comes first. Oh no, it's I See a Different You. That's who I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I See a Different You. I follow one of the brothers on Instagram, and I was trying to say his name, but then I remembered the name of the blog. So it's I See a Different You.
But to play back on what you just said, I'm pretty thankful that I did start it. I always think about, man, what if I would have just said, forget it, like I don't want to do this. And so I'm super excited that I kept it going, because
I'm thankful too, because that you wouldn't exist.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm super excited. I think about that every day. I'm just glad I did it, because you really don't, you have to realize that life is a marathon, it's not a sprint. Everybody wants stuff so fast. So at that time I was like, man, I don't know what's gonna come of this. 4 years from now, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing with this, but sometimes you gotta believe in yourself and just keep it going. I'm just glad I did.
That's so true, and that's kind of the journey that Ezibota and the Ezi Exchange are on. So it's interesting that we're relating to that on a different level, on like a community building level. It's like you have the idea, but then it's the work, the day-to-day work of seeing your idea come to fruition. So I have, I think, one more question.
Okay.
One more question. What is one thing that you are excited about, looking forward to, can't wait for in the next 3 to 5 years?
Man, that's something I think about every day. Like 3 to 5 years, I don't know. Honestly, I look forward to becoming full time. I mean, honestly, the blogging part, I pretty much built the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
But the photography is something that I want to really get to the next level too. Honest, I wanted to catch up with my, even though I do, you see the photos from my blog, I wanted to catch up to where Collective Gentleman is. So that's something I really want to push more. Honestly, it's just becoming full time and doing a Collective Gentleman and just having my own brand and business, taken to another level. So I see it at another level. I think every year I grow and evolve. So I just want to keep that trend going. Learn from our mistakes and work on them, and just keep progressing and loving what I do. So yeah, I think that 3 years is gonna be 3 to 5 years is gonna be good. So maybe at that time, I could fly out to Cali. You could have a big old conference. I could be in front of 1 million people talking about this stuff.
I like that.
Yeah, so because I never been to Cali, so that would be cool.
I like that. That's. I like that you have the idea of growth in there. I like the idea that you have, the whole idea of evolution. But I also like the idea that you're thinking big. And some people are starting out hoping one day to be like you, and you're like a moving target. They take one step towards you, you take one step forward. So I think that that's really awesome, and I think it's also great that we kind of get to shadow that evolution with you here on the Ezzy Exchange, and I think that a lot of people who are going to get to watch this will get to learn some really interesting stuff from you. Because personally, I've really enjoyed watching your progression, and I think you're an incredible artist and stylist, and I can't wait to share all this wonderful stuff with our audience, and I think a lot of people will get a lot out of it. So thank you so much, Isaiah. This has been wonderful, and I hope everyone stays tuned for the following installments, because you do not want to miss the information this young man has to share with you.